Hey guys, welcome back to my channel where I share career management and growth strategies. I hope you are all doing well. I'm doing amazing and I'm so excited to welcome you back. So today I'm going to be sharing with you how to handle redundancy. With COVID, so many jobs have been lost, but based on research and based on what experts are saying, it is actually a good time to be in the job market because the economy is currently reopening and so many organizations are currently planning their headcount and there will be opportunities out there. So there will be so many jobs available to you. In a way, that's such a good thing. However, if you've experienced redundancy, just like myself, there's actually good news for you. So I'm going to be sharing with you from an HR perspective how to handle and manage your redundancy. If you have been made redundant, please do watch this video till the very end and I will share with you how to manage redundancy. So the first thing to do, obviously, redundancy is not like a celebratory news. This is something that may come to you as a shock, especially when you are not expecting it. So the first thing to do is to really step back and take it in. Step back and take the news in. This is something probably you weren't expecting. Even if you were expecting it, you know that it's a life-changing event. And this may affect you in so many ways, emotionally, financially, and the uncertainty that comes with it. So step back, take it in. Okay, that's the very first step. The very first step is not to update your CV. The very first step is not for you to start running around looking for opportunities. The first step is for you to step back and take it in. So the second thing to consider is to request to take some time off. And this is what your manager or your leader is there for. You've just received this life-changing news. So if you are someone who can really bounce back almost immediately to continue working, please do request to take some time off. You could take a couple of days off from your annual leave, or you could take some compassionate leave off. And a lot of times your manager would actually suggest to you to take some time off. So avail of that. Always know that your manager is human. They would definitely immediately put themselves in your position or in your shoes to say that if this happened to me, what will I really do? So take that time off or avail of the opportunity to take some time off because they would definitely offer it to you. Taking time off would help you to manage your emotions. So what does this mean? If you're someone who doesn't really bounce back easily, well, which can happen to a lot of us, taking some time off would help you grieve. A lot of people think that grieving only happens when you lose someone, maybe when someone dies. No, grieving comes with all life events. If you lose your job, you're likely to grieve, and it is important to grieve about your job loss so you can really truly get over it. So taking some time off would help you grieve. It's a time that would help you cry if you want to cry. Crying is a great emotion. It helps you release all the tension that comes with an announcement or a news like that. It will help you to breathe. Take some breath in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. It will help you to breathe. It will also help you to calm down. Maybe go for walks, clear your head. This will also set you in motion for you to start thinking about the next best step for you on your career journey. It could also mean that you want to sleep off the disappointment or the news, which is also okay, but I would strongly suggest don't stay in bed for too long. Open your blinds, let some light into your room, and just relax. If you also want to talk to a friend, someone you trust, someone who can really help hold your hands, who can help you boost your emotion at this stage, talk to them. And if you don't have anyone to talk to, I always suggest you talk to God. Pray about it, what you're going through. It's a great time. Taking that time off is always a great time. to really think deeply of what the next step is for you, and this can also mean praying about it. In my own case, that was exactly what I did, and I also did a little bit of journaling when I took a little bit of time off. In fact, when my manager had the discussion with me, she said, it's okay if you want to go home early today. So because I was so busy on the day, I decided to continue working, but I did close early on the day, and I took a couple of days off to manage the information as well. So number 3 is time for you to pick yourself up. I mentioned that it's important to grieve. If you want to cry, pray, give your situation a thought, but don't stay down for too long. The only way to look when you've been hit so hard is for you to look up. Don't look down. If you look down, you stay down. Start looking up. So think of the next best step for you. Pick yourself up and start thinking of what is next for you at this particular point in time on your career journey, and depending on what you want. In my own case, what I did was I knew exactly what I wanted to be at the end of this year, and this gave me the opportunity to actually fast track the process for me to propel my career, for me to do something really new, something really exciting and challenging. And I actually picked up myself to continue on that path as soon as I grieved about the situation. So now you've taken some time off, and I'm hopeful that this would help you feel better. Now is the time for you to return back to work. Don't just return, show up like yourself, show up cheerful like your normal self, and give your work the very best as always. Your manager knows that you're currently going through this life-changing event, and they will always be there to support you. If you feel any emotion, it's okay to discuss it with them, but show up as yourself and do the best work of your life. It will help you to continue to build that relationship with your manager, because you will need them, which brings me to the next pointer. So number 5 is for you to avail of organizational support. There will definitely be support for you. When organizations make you redundant, from an HR perspective, they don't just say, we're sorry, we're making you redundant. They have a lot of support in place for you. And one of those supports will be your manager. They will talk you through the organizational process for redundancy. If you are entitled to any pay, they will let you know. Career support or coaching, they will give that to you. So avail of everything. Avail of every support that they can give you, and also talk to your manager about what you may need in the process of this support. The support is there for you. And they will also arrange for your HR business partner or the person in charge of your engagement to connect with you, to talk to you, and through the support process, so you can exit the business seamlessly and also going forward in your career. I was lucky that my organization arranged a fantastic career coach for me, even though I coach a lot of people in their career as well. But availing of that career coaching also helped me on my journey, and just rubbing minds with this individual, she's an executive leadership coach. It helped me to actually set myself up for success going forward in my career. So avail of such support within your organization. It helps you move to the next stage, and it helps you move seamlessly on your journey. So never say no to that support. So the number 6 thing I would recommend is to lean on your manager. A lot of people, once they announce redundancy, we start feeling gloomy, we become cranky, which is not an unusual thing. However, it is important for you to remain professional. Even though your manager may have been the one who gave you this bad news, they are not your enemy really. They are just doing exactly what they've been advised to do. And a lot of times redundancy do happen due to organizational restructuring. It could just be a cost-cutting measure, and it could just be that the business is going through a hard time and they needed to reduce headcount. So before I go on to the process, if you didn't watch my video on how to recession-proof your career, please do click here. I will link it up there for you so you can know how to recession-proof your career so you don't get caught up by sudden redundancy like this. Watch that video and also watch this one till the very end. It will help you a lot. So back to leaning on your manager. So your manager can help you with so many things. Number one will be referrals. Your manager probably is in a position of influence and they can refer you to their friends, to their former colleagues in different organizations. Lean on them for that and ask for it. Number two, your manager can also help you with recommendations. They've been your manager maybe now for a while. Of course, ask them the right questions. For example, what do you think about me? And I want it straight, sharp, and direct. That was exactly the kind of conversation I had with my manager. I said, what do you think is my greatest strength? And what do you think should be the next best step for me? Even though I knew, I wanted to pick their brain so I can know how to make my move going forward. And with their help and support, I was able to confirm some of the things I know about myself, and I moved from there. Also, your manager would help you with further advice, mentorship. They can help you even within the organization who to speak with, who to go to for your redundancy check, for the support you need within the business and outside of the business. So lean on your manager. Always know that your manager is not the enemy. They are only doing their job. It must be difficult for them to deliver the news to you because I knew based on the relationship I had with my manager that delivering that message was really tough on them, but they needed to do it. Okay, so always recognize that you need your manager even after you exit the business. So make that relationship professional and keep it intact. Okay, every other step that I've shared is important. Now we have reached the stage whereby you should start thinking of your next best step. The key word there is next best step. Don't just take any step, especially if you're a more seasoned professional like myself. Think of your next best step. What is good for you? If you have a family, if you have bills to pay, if you have a mortgage to pay, what is your next best step? All those things must come into consideration or they must come into play. If you're looking for just a job, maybe that's next best step for you. But if you're looking to build a career, is another dynamic entirely. So the next best step you take will lead to the next step and to the next step if you're trying to build your career. But if you're just looking for a job, it's a different dynamic also. And if you're willing to take a break, just for you to take some time off work, at this particular point in time in my life, that is not the best step for me. The best step for me is to continue to build on my career because that has always been my intention for the next 3 to 5 years. So then think of how and think of when. Create SMART goals for yourself. How do you achieve the SMART goals? And make sure there's a timeline. What is the next best step for you? Is it to take on a course? Is it to start looking for jobs based on your own situation or your own circumstance? So in my own case, I designed a plan that would work for me going forward from that redundancy. In your own case, what is the next best step for you? It is worth thinking about and it is worth designing strategically for yourself. So now, if you are the kind of person who is looking for a job or looking to build your career, now it's time for you to start updating your CV with your skills, with your experience, and also to update your LinkedIn profile. For someone like me, I'm a very proactive professional, so I never wait till I'm made redundant before updating my skills and experience. In fact, I've made it a priority to update my skills and experience every 2 months. The maximum I've ever gone is every 3 months. If I achieve a different milestone on my career, I always update it to my public profile and also to my CV. What this means is that it's new in my memory. I know exactly what I did. I don't wait till 6 months or 9 months. I've been very proactive. Even before I got this news, I was very ready. Actually, not that I have a negative mindset, but there's nothing that is guaranteed anymore. So be very proactive. But if you've been caught unawares, it's not the end of the world. Going forward, be proactive. So if you achieve any milestone on your career, put it on your profile so you don't forget. In my own case, I've already updated my skills, my experience, everything. I was ready to go. So I updated my CV, I refreshed it based on the next step, the best step for me, and I started sending my CVs out. In fact, I would tell you, I didn't apply to 100 jobs, I didn't apply to 50 jobs, I didn't apply to 10 jobs. I only applied to organizations that I believe in, whose values align to mine, and the kind of roles that would take me to the next best step on my career journey. I interviewed with just 5 organizations, and I'm so lucky that I got a great experience interviewing in those organizations. I will talk more about that in a different video. I interviewed with Fortune 500 companies and I interviewed with Big 4 companies. I've settled for one of those organizations now because that aligns to my value and also to my next best step on my career journey. So it's important to follow these steps. It will help you. If you need support or coaching on your career journey, do email me on the details on the screen. I'll be more than happy to help you on your journey. Jobs. Number 8, focus on quality over quantity. Don't apply for 100 jobs. Don't apply for 50 jobs. Take one step at a time. Know exactly the kind of job you want to apply for. Number 2, design your skills and experience or tailor them to match the requisition based on the industry you are in and start applying for those jobs. I would say focus on 3 jobs at a time, maybe in 3 different organizations. So it gives you time to prepare in a quality way. It gives you time to understand the job specification. It gives you time to focus on nailing your interviews. Rather than applying to 10 interviews and failing all of them, I would say apply to maximum 3 jobs at a time and follow through those interviews to the very best of your ability. It helps you to land the job faster than applying for 100 jobs because those jobs are available in the market. It doesn't work that way, and that is a bad strategy to look for jobs. So focus on quality over quantity. It helps a lot to help you land the job fast. So another thing that is very important if you're seeking for work is for you to network. Use your network. I said it before, use your manager, but use your network. Your network will be your friends, some of your former colleagues, some of the people you know, your friends' friends. Your network would also be on your LinkedIn. If you don't have a lot of network or you don't know how to network, it is time for you to learn how to network, connect with people, and don't be shy. I see a lot of people who are looking for work and they don't network, they don't tell people because they're shy. Don't forget, a lot of times it is not your fault that you are made redundant. So don't forget that. Networking would help you fast track your job search. If you don't do that, it may take you longer. But if you do network, it may reduce the amount of time you spend looking for work. Imagine your friend referring you to their organization. A lot of times when you are referred to a job, you are likely to land the interview. And if you prepare well for your interview, you are likely to land that job. I've availed of networking and referral before, and it has helped me to fast track my job search on my journey. So if you don't network, learn to network. And if you need a link on how to ask for referral, click right here. I've done a video there for you on how to find referrals and how to ask for referrals from your friends, from your network, and your family. So do check out that video as well. It will help you a lot. When you're looking for a job, is not the time for you to be shy. It is the time for you to lean on your network. Your network will carry you to find the right opportunity quicker or sooner. If you've applied for the jobs, it's time for you to prepare for your interview. Preparation is key. When preparing for your interview, ensure that you focus on the job specification and prepare short stories that you want to tell in your interview to match up the requirement for the person's specification. I've done a video before on how to pass your audio interview and how to pass your video interview. They will be linked at the top. Make sure you watch them. I'll also link them in the description box below for you. It will help you a lot to nail your interviews. So if you're still within your organization at this stage, yeah, finish strong within that organization. Don't just show up because, well, I've been made redundant now, I don't have to give my best. I think it's very important that you give your very best. In fact, in my own case, I did more than expected. I finished really strong and I surprised myself. Not only that, I surprised my team, I surprised my manager, which helped me to remain professional in the sight of my manager and in the sight of the business as well. When you finish strong, it is easier to get recommendations from your LinkedIn profile, which is always handy for recruiters to see. They like to see what your previous employers are saying about you. They like to see what your previous colleagues are saying about you. They like to see what your previous manager was saying about you. So if you can get recommendation from your previous business, it helps before you exit the business. Secondly, for referrals, I've said it before, I can't say it enough. Speak to your manager. They know anyone in other organizations they can refer you to. Ask for it and avail of it. You never can ask for referral too much. So also, while you're looking for a job, it's important to update that on your LinkedIn to say you're looking for a job. There's this green tag you can use now on LinkedIn to show that you are open for work. If you are open to work, make sure you put it out there you are open to work so recruiters can add on to you. Businesses and organizations looking for professionals like you can find you. So make yourself open to work while you update your CV as well. For me personally, I didn't use it, but I made myself open to work, and this was how I got headhunted by these amazing organizations like LinkedIn and EY, because I knew exactly the kind of roles I was looking for, and it helped me to fast track my new job that I just got. So avail of the open to work badge on LinkedIn. It helps recruiters to find you easily and it helps fast track your job search. In the video that I shared on how to recession-proof your career, the first tip I shared is for you to continue to save when you earn, because you never can tell what would happen based on the economy you find yourself in. And because COVID was really tough, a lot of people were caught unawares with their finances. So don't be caught unawares. If it happens that you don't have money saved the way, which can happen to majority of us or a lot of us, because it's been proven that a lot of people don't put money away. So I would say going forward, be smart with your money and keep money away. Don't spend all you earn and spend within your means and your own budget. So if anything like this happens, you have some money to fall back on. So if it happens that you don't have money to fall back on, you can avail of unemployment benefit depending on where you find yourself. In fact, it is recommended that everyone who gets made redundant here in the Republic of Ireland should sign up for unemployment benefit just in case you need it. In my own case, I didn't take that route because of my family circumstance. If you earn up to a certain threshold between you and your husband, you are not eligible for unemployment benefit. However, I knew that I was going to go straight back to work, so I didn't really need it at all. So I'm truly grateful for that. If you happen to be in a situation where you can't really manage or sustain yourself, even if you get redundancy pay, your statutory redundancy mandatory pay, you are still eligible to unemployment benefits. So don't play yourself. If you've been in an organization for 2 years or more, you are entitled to statutory pay. So this is your payoff, and it is mandatory to their employees if they are made redundant. Even if you get your statutory redundancy payment, you are still eligible to sign up for unemployment benefit just in case you don't get a job for a long time. If you've been paying your PRSI, if you've been paying your universal social charge, you've been paying those taxes, that money is stocked away by the government to take care of you if it happens that you don't have a job. So you are still eligible for that kind of payment. So as you can see, I'm laying everything bare on the table, not hiding anything from you. So, and this is because I truly want you to know what to do if you ever are made redundant. So avail of unemployment benefits if you can take care of yourself, and you are entitled to it, I think, for the next 9 months, and then you then have to move to job seekers allowance if you don't find a job within that period of time. So if you've been working, you've been paying your taxes, you are also entitled to unemployment benefit, just like the people who won't move their butt to go find a job. So if you've been made redundant, those are some of the things you should actually consider doing immediately. It will help you on your journey. And like I said, if you need any support, some guidance, some coaching through your redundancy and finding the next right opportunity for you, it will be more than my honor to be able to help you on your journey. As always, I want to thank you very much for joining me today. I hope that you found this video helpful. If you found it helpful, please give it a thumbs up. Also, please do feel free to share with your friends and family. It is free, and if you're not subscribed to my channel, please do click the subscribe button down below. As always, thank you very much for watching, and I'll speak to you soon on my next video. Bye bye.